Hi there, welcome to another Monday and welcome to JoyNews Interactive. I am Selina Ampo. We are live from digital address GA0992539 in Kokomemli, Accra. On DSTV, we are on channel 421 and GoTV, channel 144. Our social media handles for Facebook, Twitter and Instagram is JoyNews on TV. Well, let's talk about the eventful weekend we've all had. Following clashes at the 2019 Vodafone Ghana Music Awards after Stonebwoy was presented with the Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year award. There was an altercation between the camps of Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale, and from the video circulating on social media, it looked very serious and intense. Well, the announcement for the Ultimate Artist of the Year was subsequently postponed due to security concerns. Here is a chronology of events put together by Komladun. Let's take a look.
A music festival it was expected to be, one to celebrate a 20-year journey of the evolution of the Ghana Music Awards. The night began with subtle mockery of a new dome setting some described as a church. Nonetheless, it was all going well with several awards giving out as at midnight, from Lifetime Achievement Awards handed to veteran gospel musicians Dr. Mary Gansa, Professor Kofi Abraham and High Life greats Oboba J.A. Adofo. Then the fiercely and keenly contested category awards. Shatta Wale's My Level was adjudged High Life Song of the Year.
Hey, Shatta Wale, My Level. Maybe today I don't get nothing, but tomorrow I go get something, and I go buy a motor for mama.
And then the big one, which triggered some spontaneous agitations in the dome. Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year Award. A tense moment of uncovering the sealed envelope with camera lenses amplifying the emotions on the faces of the two nominees, Stonebwoy and Shatta Wale. Finally, the announcement. Stonebwoy prepares to hit the stage, gesticulating with his fingers. He had won the award 5 times. Before the Bokeke hitmaker could collect his award, violence erupted. Shatta Wale and people he describes as his militants also made their way up onto the stage amid some pushing and shoving. At least some of the members from both camps were captured, exchanging blows. Amidst the confrontation on the stage, television visuals showed Stonebwoy brandishing a gun from a pouch despite being restrained by his aides. From several accounts, pepper spray and other gases went up, causing some patrons to flee and a near stampede. Here, some eyewitnesses.
But I think the fans misinterpreted everything. Shatta Wale went to stage for a brotherly love thing. You get it. You see, Shatta Wale likes to come into the story every single time. So he wanted to go to stage to create a scene that, okay, now they gave the award to Stonebwoy, and then me, Shatta Wale, I'm going to the stage to congratulate him. And that brought the riot.
The main motive of Shatta going on stage was actually to go and congratulate him, but I think it was miscommunication.
I stood up. So me, for instance, I blame the security. Because he stood up, fight. I knew that he was going to fight.
He never went to No. He never goes to the go fight.
For nearly an hour, the VGMA was held up, with security officials attempting to calm tensions.
Now, we'll have no choice but to have the police make you take your seats. I don't have a choice, I'm sorry. We've embarrassed ourselves enough.
The live show was off, and at this point, Stonebwoy had received another award and had an explanation of a previous incident. People of Ghana, you all saw what just happened. The other guy always looking to foment trouble. Did this explanation do him any good? Well, he doesn't seem to think so himself.
I mean, I'm really sorry for the incident that happened earlier on. And I only had to react out of natural instincts because we all know how premeditative some people can be. We've seen on social media the threats and everything, so we couldn't come in unprepared because anything could have happened like you guys saw. I come in peace and I'll go in peace, and I apologize to the whole masses of Ghana.
Maybe Samini's freestyle calmed the few traumatized patrons left in the auditorium for the show to restart. But it will go on to an anticlimax. Some advertised performers would not mount the stage. Gospel Artist of the Year Dinah Hamilton, Stoneboy himself, Shatta Wale and others. And the crowning of the Artist of the Year as well as Popular Song of the Year winner will be deferred until the press conference someday.
Those two awards we'll talk about later in a press conference. Considering what has happened here tonight, very shameful, very embarrassing, we have decided that of the 3 awards, we'll drop 2 tonight. I will present the ultimate.
At this time, social media was blazing, especially for traumatized patrons like Lydia Forson. But rapper Sarkodie would go on to win the Artist of the Decade gong.
For your brother be your brother. Forgetting I'm to the God. I'm not a human, I'm a God.
Some say an event to remember for all the wrong reasons, and others say one to forget if you are looking for a beautiful exhibition and celebration of great music. Police say one person has been arrested and further investigations are ongoing.
Well, however, just minutes after the clash, Shatta Wale sent a tweet saying, "Don't play with the lion like that. He dislikes the smell of blood." But many people have had some comments to share about that. We'll take those comments shortly. But dancehall songstress Kaki and some other celebrities have broken their silence with respect to confusion that rocked the 2019 VGMA. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
2012, same award category. Shatta, this is what you did to me. You almost attacked me. You almost just said I was even naive. You almost attacked me. But for God, what is the meaning of that? If you think, say, you deserve that award category, you work at it. And then you earn it. You don't come throwing tantrums like a baby. You're a baby. Stoneboy has won. He's won it. If he's won it and it's for the 5th time, hell yeah, work your ass out. You're a jerk.
The award the man Stoneboy ya Shatta Wale sole ko hoyi. Ene de koma Kwame Eugene. Ti me busa say bodyguards say na nka Kwame Eugene wo betimi de ase ya no. Ale sen ke bekum boy no. Na so Shatta Wale wa wo pia ni mu say boys no nkokotokwa no. Unse wo dwane. Wanka say de watwe ho no wakrati ntokwa de amankofo. Edu bra Ghana for yeko awards. Yeko program bia yetimi di mfidie searching nkofo ho say wo tuo wo ho ana wo sika wo ho. Unse Stoneboy twi tuo stage ho. But ni nyina so nkomre nyina ye Shatta Wale. Okoye de wo ho. Nti nkwa ne yemfa awards ni nyina ma wo.
But hey Ghana, what is going on? Huh? Shatta Wale, I'm so disappointed in you. You, Shatta, you were able to call Ghanaians villagers. You say Ghana is a village because you travel out. I'm so disappointed. What happened? Come on, VGMA, you can't comport yourselves. Oh, hey, Stoneboy, you deserve whatever you got. But please, I expected you to comport yourself. Though it's true we have to watch our back. You, Shatta, you got 2 awards. Stoneboy didn't come on the stage. What were you going to...
Well, although both celebrities were detained, the management of Charterhouse has issued a press statement apologizing to Ghanaians over what transpired. Now, let's hop onto Facebook where Shatta, who has been detained, had something to share with us. And he says his Facebook post. He says, "So the 2 of us have been arrested. It's nice You point a gun at me and now I have been arrested too. Oh, nice. This is what we call justice, right? Lock me and throw away the keys and I will still sing and thank God for everything. Today, me and your artists all day sleep inside. That's the news. Well, on social media, let's continue to talk about what others had to say. And Mark Berry says, I'm sure all radio stations and TV stations will be talking about Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy for their dubious act at the just ended #VGMA20. Good. Both artists are now in the police custody. Big ups to the Ghana police for their awesome work on the night. And Obawe Ya says, now both Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy are spending their nights in jail. This is a disgrace to Ghana music. And Oheniba Nana Danso says, Mr. President, please, all what I want from you is to call Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. Please educate them and also settle the dispute between them so that we will have peace in the music industry, which therefore will bring unity because we are one people. And Good at My Job says, this Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy thing is just sad. A whole gun to an awards show. And Tisha says, this Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy's beef, let's not see it as just an entertainment rivalry. From the look of things, there's more to it than we see and know. Little misunderstandings escalate to major confrontations. And Anita Boache says, the most degrading thing is fighting over local awards, which with low credibility and leaving the international awards for grabs by other people. Not only Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy, common in Ghana, in the workplace, church, among friends, and everywhere. And Crest of Wave tweets, I don't know how people think it's only a bad look for Shatta Wale because he was the aggressor. The whole incident looks bad on both Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy. And Autonomous says we should just organize a ring match between Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy to settle this beef of theirs. It's so disgusting to watch what they did on stage, and it's a disgrace to the organizers, music industry, and the country. Well, let's have us take a short breather, and when we are back, we'll give you more details in the tech world. Welcome back from that short break. You're still watching JoyNews Interactive with me, Selina Ampo. Now let's step into the tech world and talk about Google and Huawei. Google has cut ties with Huawei by cutting Android license, blocking products from using the Google Play Store, Gmail, YouTube. Huawei is one of the number of phone manufacturers who use the Google-developed Android operating system on its phones and tablets. For Huawei users, they are unable to access these applications for further notice. However, in an update, Huawei has responded to Google's force-cutting business ties with the manufacturer. They say that in a press statement, it will provide security patches and after-sales service to all existing devices. Well, Kobe Spikey Nkrumah joins me. He's our in-house tech analyst, and we will be talking about Huawei and Google. So, Kobe, before we jump at it, you have to explain to us, Google has barred Huawei. What does it mean to us?
Okay, so the Android operating system that they use is from Google. And this ongoing US-China trade war, there was an executive statement from Trump saying that they should prevent, they should stop doing business with the Chinese company, which is Huawei. And basically what this means is that now services like Google Maps, Gmail, the Play Store, Google Play services, which is the backbone for most of these apps, are not going to be supported by upcoming Huawei devices.
Okay.
That's basically what this means for them.
So to what extent would this breakup or divorce affect Huawei customers?
Well, Huawei has proven to become, like a very, very big brand in the mobile industry, considering that they passed Apple to become number 2 recently. It will be a problem because most people that buy these smartphones buy them because of what they can do, apps. Now, you get your apps from the Play Store, And if you don't have Play Store on your phone, again, how are you going to get the apps? Yes, you can sideload apps, but then you don't get Google's security, which basically enforces that the apps that you're installing on your phone are secure and are not doing anything in the background to affect you. Now, this is a problem because even though it's very, very easily avertible, like you can easily just install Google apps through a certain method, but it's proven that people don't do these things, even though they can. The Chinese market already don't have Google stuff because of their issues with the American market. You know that whole thing going on in China. But they have alternatives. Now, we on the other side of the world, we don't have alternatives. We all rely on Google services.
Definitely.
So the lack of Google services may reduce the lack of trust in Huawei devices.
So since we have alternatives, just that we don't use those alternatives. So what other alternative applications can Huawei users now fall back on since Google is going to be out of service for them?
Well, current Huawei devices will still have all these services present, so they don't have to worry. If you have a Huawei device, you don't have to worry. It's the new products that are going to come that may not have it. I mean, they're still in negotiation. We do hope that this thing is, settled because
definitely,
yeah, Huawei's innovation has proven to come, very, very good. I mean, good cameras, good devices. There is the argument that Huawei is already developing their own OS, which is something that has been talked since last year. And if that does happen, that means that Huawei will provide its users with its own alternative, maybe even better than what actually exists right now. The question is, will people still use it?
But there are some talks that some customers are saying they should sue Huawei. Do you think they're in the right for saying that?
Well, it's not Huawei's fault. I mean, we are providing you a service. Imagine if I'm providing you a service and then the person who is giving me this service decides to cut ties with me. It's not my fault. I can only decide to negotiate with them to settle this. If you sue me, you're not really being fair to me, if I should say. So those who are saying that they want to sue Huawei hasn't done anything wrong. It's a trade war going on between America and China.
Yeah.
America's accusing Huawei of spying on them and with their Huawei devices, and because of that, they're saying that they want to cut these ties.
So before we wrap up on our conversation, what next for Huawei? Is this going to be the end, or we are going to see some tide of change?
Well, yes, this is a company that was all the way at the bottom some years ago.
Yeah.
And they started rising, and they had the same pushback from America where they were banned from selling phones in America. But that drove more innovation. I know they can decide that, okay, you know what, we're going to push the innovation barrier further and then get people to want our devices because of what they can do and not the services that are provided on them. If they do this, people could still buy the devices because, hey, let's say I've got a device that can do something that your device can't do, regardless of the fact that it doesn't have Google services. I may buy it for that purpose and then find a way to go around this thing. And if they do include their own OS, as they said, and there's been research that's proven that it even gives them up to 40 to 60% better performance. Now, if that is true, and that turns out to be the way that the devices are, I don't see why people would miss Google services.
Just as you rightly said, some years ago, the Huawei market wasn't as big as it is now. And you're an advocate for Huawei devices. Do you think this is going to affect their market, especially in Ghana? Because Ghana, we have some funny mentalities when it comes to tech and gadgets. If it's not Samsung, it has to be iPhone. So,
well, first of all, I'm not an advocate for Huawei. I'm an advocate for Android.
Android phones.
Yes, but under which Huawei falls.
Okay.
They have had the issue with people not trusting the brand name. Ghanaians do not trust Chinese brands.
Definitely.
But Chinese brands like Huawei, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo, these have proven to be very, very good. And they're pushing the innovation barrier further than even the likes of Samsung and Apple. So for me, I think that we are techies. In my world, we love innovation. We love new stuff. But the everyday person likes what they can afford and what is good for them. And so far, these devices have proven to be one they can afford and one that is also good for them. So will they still use them? We just live to see.
Okay, we just live to see. Well, let's hop onto social media to find out what people had to say about this divorce between Huawei and Google. And Gibran Ali says, hashtag Google banning Huawei from Android updates and future devices access to the Play Store is one of the most powerful escalations of the trade war. Hundreds of millions of customers worldwide will suffer as the US uses national security to justify abuse of their dominant position. And John Wood tweets, I think the Huawei ban will be pretty damaging for the Android ecosystem, in addition to billions of existing Huawei device owners will likely no longer get any software updates in the future. This basically forces Huawei to come up with its own alternative ecosystem. And Mr. Chidel Draper says, BlackBerry and Nokia lost the platform wars, so Huawei could do better. And IKR says, this is going to hurt Android and Google in the long run more than Huawei. And Aisha tweets, the interesting question is, will anyone buy Huawei phones after this executive order by the president forcing Google to remove Gmail and Play Store and revoke access to Android? And Stereo Africa says, so this Google versus Huawei thing has to do with trade wars. I don't fully get that yet, but either way, that's going to be a proper blow to Huawei. And Liban says Huawei will create their own operating system that will rival Android and Apple. Heard it here first. And SL Geek says if someone is buying a Huawei phone, that means that consumer trusts Android as well. If you're stopping services for any brand, that means most of the users will be scared enough to use an Android smartphone in future. This could happen to any brand. And Android tweets says, for Huawei users, questions regarding steps to comply with the recent US government actions, we assure you while we are complying with all US government requirements, services like Google Play and security from Google Play Protect will keep functioning on your existing Huawei device. Well, it's time for us to wrap up on the show, but before we leave you, here is our video of the day. Yes, how engrossed can you be in cheating that you won't notice the examiner standing right there? But unfortunately, it's time for us to wrap up on our show. Show has been Joy News Interactive with me, Selinam Ampo. Enjoy the rest of the week.
Yeah.